This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Ryan finding Pittman there for the Colts' first down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Back.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80! You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
From the 41, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
1st and 10, Taylor now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Flush to his right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 58.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second and a couple. Smith dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 68 yards. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Second down, another run with Taylor. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Going for it, here's Ellinger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw is Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Right here, right here.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Got it. Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Dragon 60. Ready?
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Shot. Cougar 19.
So we got man. Check, check.
Here's Walker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. 57. I got it. 2 times.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 58 yards. wins. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Steps away to his left. He's going to get this complete here to lock it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Come on.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
53, Mike.
Back to throw, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Hey, wait. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Play action. Ryan steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Ready, blue lady.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Hey, express.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They run once more with Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they could...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Gino. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Throwing on second and long. Smith being chased out left. Catch is made by Metcalf. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on third down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Smith on first down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Check it out.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Second and goal from the 1.
Check four.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Let's go. Let's go.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, be ready. Back 25. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Check, check. Check, check. 11. Check, check, check. Let it go.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Don't get nervous.
Ellinger to throw on 1st and 10 here.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 50 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Smith now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Walker now on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Cowboy 80.
Get wide. Check.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Watch the run. No, no, no.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here. And it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
March 49. Here we go.
Ready, go.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And some room to roam now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off play action. Allen rolling to his right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 48 yards. And the Bills are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Strip that ball. 49, guys. Mike.
From the gun, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
49, guys. Mike.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
49 the mic.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Cowboy 80.
49. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
They run again with Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's it, baby. We're going. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Hey, check it.
And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Smith. This is the tight end fan, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Gino now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
319. Okay, double up. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Flushed out right, and it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen flush to his right. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, D.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen flushed out right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
57. Mike 57.
Tight.
To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
What we got?
Regular.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
319.
57's the mic. Let's get the ball.
Alert.
Mike, 57.
On play action, Allen. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here we go. Here I come again.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Pulls it in at the 13.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it. And that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, go!
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 51 yards.
And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Walker is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Flush to his right.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts, flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
19 Tiger.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Panther 60.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Man, I got you. Man.
70 Lions.
In motion left goes Smith.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
56.
Cougar 19.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Hatchet.
Bronco 80.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 30 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
I got you. Shift.
70 Timberwolf.
Blue Dan. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Ready, go.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From the gun, it's Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Smith completes it to Fant on the right side. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
On the ready.
Watch 57. I'm
Here's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run Walker, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They go play action with Hurts.
Rolling to his left.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. But 1st down, Hurts.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Right there, Hurt.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Ready? 56. Check. Buffalo 18.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
The man in motion is Brown.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Check, check, check.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Check. Hurt.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Steps away to his left.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Tariq Woolen picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He hits his target, Lockett. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Viking 18.
Stop your whining. Check three, check three, check three. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Colby Parkinson. As time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Being chased out left. This is Smith with a grab. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Forced out to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Gainwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Gainwell again. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Double.
Mike
57.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
70 Timberwolves.
Safety creek. Tight end left.
Viking 18. Hey,
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
Hawk 70. 60 Eagles.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Eagles.
They'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready, go.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
18 Cardinal.
Let's go.
Cougar 19.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Go street.
57. Mike.
Dragon 60.
Watch the screen. Pass. 57's Mike. Mike 57. All right, D. Let's try. All right, D. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. Bronco 80. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Now Gino on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
After the sack on 1st down, Smith under pressure. They got him again.
T.J. Edwards. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Third and long, it's Smith. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So you've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Okay, ready? 22. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They snap it to Smith.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
19, 18.
Let's go. Out.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino down to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Hawk 70.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
Again, a run with Gainwell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
56, Mike.
Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Let's go now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith. Dancing to his left.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Smith. This is the tight end Fant. He'll get it inside the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Marcus Epps there on the tackle.
On the jump. Cougar 19.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Go. Go.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
19 Lions.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Coming to you. Shift.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Mike 22. Mike 22. Here we go.
Throwing now is Geno. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play, eluding the pressure right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they...
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 75 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. It's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field, but normally you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
Yeah, a little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the screen. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
In motion right is Brown.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He don't want it.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Flush to his right.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1.